Fariha show. As I'm sure you are aware by now, I am Fariha, and this is my partner in crime, Mani.
Welcome to our show. So we just turned 150 collectively, of course.
Yes, Canada Day.
Canada, and happy birthday.
Happy 150th birthday, Canada.
150th birthday. It was really joyous to actually hear across the ocean while I was in another continent, to hear what they had to say about Canada. And we got nominated for peace. And as you know, we are also all about peace, love, and harmony.
We totally are.
So it was quite in synchronicity with that.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, last week it was Eid, and this week Canada's birthday, as well as the 4th of July. So a bunch of celebrations happening. As you guys can see, my mehndi has worn off. However, I have compensated by wearing lots of rings. And just for you guys, I went for a mani-pedi yesterday too, so that I can look great for you.
Oh my God, isn't she always busy with that stuff?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I do. I love going for a mani-pedi because it's all about taking care of ourselves, and each of you should too.
Okay, so we are going to talk about our guest.
Our guest, yes.
Yes. So who's our guest today?
Our guest today is Junaid for you, and he's a comedian. And you know what? I have a bit of a confession.
Yeah.
So I am a little bit removed from Pakistani culture, and when Mani, you were telling me about Junaid and how hilarious he is, and I did a bit of research and I saw him. And then when you introduced me to him in person, I was like, he's a comedian? Really? Like, he seems so serious. And I was like, I think I'm funnier than him. But
a comedian doesn't have to look like a clown, right?
Well,
you can be a comedian all the time.
You can
be absolutely.
I'm not talking about his looks.
Yes.
I'm talking about his way of being, his demeanor, like he was so serious.
Yeah.
And this is actually one question that I'm going to ask him, because, like, as someone who is our profession, are we always under that pressure of always behaving that part, right?
Yeah.
So I thought it was an interesting concept, and I have a tendency to just laugh at my own jokes, which is why I was like, I think I'm funnier than him. But anyway. Yeah, that's another topic of discussion.
Absolutely. Well, he's, of course, his introduction is quite interesting, and especially, when he gave his introduction, his bio and geographical background. And it was quite interesting, Fariha was like,
oh my God.
And I was like, okay, I can absolutely, assure that you did not get it at all. So I would let you do that.
Okay,
absolutely.
So as someone who is a little bit removed from Pakistani culture, and I have to really thank you, Mani, for getting me into, introducing me to so much, and to each and every one of you as well for, giving us the feedback and the amount of love that I and we receive from Pakistan and from Pakistanis around the world. I can say is thank you very much.
Absolutely.
So we do some research on our guests prior to them actually being on the show. And when I asked Junaid, he said that he was born in Lahore. I got that part. Raised by Karachites. Am I even pronouncing that correctly? Loved by Islamabadis. Ancestors from Kashmir. Lives in Toronto. Loves New York City. And he is Junaid for you. So I'm like, okay, I got a bit of it. Lives in Toronto. I comprehend that. Loves New York. Yes. But what exactly does the rest of it mean?
Yeah.
So I am like, I'm just waiting to be enlightened. And if each of you want to be enlightened by that as well, or perhaps you can relate, we have Junaid for you and for us and for each of you here with us today. Welcome to the show, Junaid.
Hello, how are you? Assalamualaikum.
Welcome
to our show, Junaid.
Thank you so much for having me. I have to say, it took you guys a year to get me here.
Absolutely.
Right, because we had discussed for me to come on the show, and
Yes.
after 1 year, so
We've been stalking you for quite some time.
You guys have, yeah.
Or has he been stalking us to be on the show?
It's
Which way was it?
Yeah, I'm glad we stalked each other on social media.
Yes.
Yeah, it makes me happy.
Good to know. So tell us about your background, and if you can enlighten at least me about your introduction.
Yeah, for sure. In high school, I was a drama student. I was a business and drama student. Business because if drama doesn't work out, guess where I'm going? I'm doing business.
Plan B, right?
Exactly. It's going to be marketing or accounting. So, did drama, school plays, a lot of theater. And when it came time to go to college or university, I was like, okay, well, farewell drama, farewell acting. There's no Bollywood producer.
To come out.
Exactly, and I knew there was going to be no one hiring me or giving me work, right?
Oh, that's kind of pessimistic.
Yeah, I was very pessimistic, and I'm like, there goes my talent, there goes my craft.
Yes.
then in 2009, about 2 years later, my graduation from high school or college and university, there was a trend that started on the internet, which was things Pakistanis say, things Indians say, things moms say to their kids. And I'm like, oh, wow, I should get on that. So I went to Sheridan College, that was located in Oakville, and I did shit or things,
We're not allowed to say that.
Sorry about that. That's what it was called. But things Sheridan College students say. And I made that video, and it took a week to just finish that video. But it was the happiest day of my life.
Wow.
And I got feedback from my friends. Oh, that was great. You should do more. You should do more. I'm like, okay, I can do more. I went back, started making videos, the wigs, the camera, and
the whole world of it, right?
the world of everything. And from that day till now, there has been just failures, successes,
All the ups
collaborations,
and downs.
every single thing you can imagine. Have a lot of fun. That's how
I
it
think
started.
his wardrobe has more collection of women's suits and hair pieces than us.
Really?
Yeah, it's funny. A lot of people my age like to collect bodybuilding supplements, car gear, motorbike gear,
The
books.
weights.
Yeah, just
And he
like.
has makeup and all of that.
But what I collect
jewelries.
it's
Yeah.
let's just say my house is like
Also,
a
not just your
Broadway.
closet, the whole
my
house.
whole
Yeah.
house is my stage,
Yeah.
and anything that goes missing in the household, it comes to me first. Junaid, तुमने मेरा makeup तो नहीं लिया? Or did you? Where's my
From your
dupatta?
mom.
So that is
That's too
that could be
funny.
very.
So if you're wearing
unfortunate.
nice dupatta and he's checking out your dupatta, I was like,
Yeah.
no,
I will
no,
take
it's
your-
not happening. We are not
So
giving
this
it
is
to
something
you.
that I'm going to be talking about a little later, about my missing fent, and that is spelled P-E-N-T. And perhaps I should come looking for it
You
at your
should.
house.
I might have it. I probably
There we
do
go.
have it for a video.
Mystery solved,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah,
Okay.
that's how it started.
So stay tuned, and we will be back shortly with a little bit more discussion. What kind of comedy,
It could be
comedian, or
comedian.
should be exactly. So comedian he is, and what kind of clips he actually does. So
Stay tuned,
and it's
right?
all on YouTube also, and it's a Junaid for you.
Junaid for
Yeah,
you. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So
think I
you can
can
also
picture it.
follow him on Junaid for you, and you can check out meanwhile.
We'll have more details shortly.
Absolutely.
Welcome back, everyone. We are having a funny conversation with our guest of the day. His name is Junaid Bhatt, and he is better known as Junaid for You. He is a YouTuber, as we were saying in the previous segment, and a comedian well known for bringing hilarious commentary on Pakistani stereotypes and pop culture. He has parodied popular Pakistani personalities such as Waqar Zaka, Aisha Sana, Mira, Imran Khan, Tahir Shah, and just to name a few. And hopefully we won't be parodied, right? That was my concern.
Well,
We never know,
who
I know,
knows,
right?
It
You have to
goes
get our
both
type of
ways.
wigs.
Absolutely, absolutely. It will be so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I might just do parody you guys later on.
Oh my God. So we
How
need to stay
about
tuned.
we do another proposition, Mani? How about we just be on your show?
I would love that.
Yes.
You know what? Sometimes I have to play multiple women roles, and I love when I actually have a lady come and work with me.
Actual lady.
Exactly, actual lady, and it just helps me so I can focus on one character, and you guys can play the remaining. So.
Oh, wonderful. And actually, I would say it's quite self-serving because I don't think we want to be parodied by you. No
I
offense.
think if someone gets parodied, it is an honor.
It
It's
is,
an
I
honor,
know.
and it will be nice to see, your perspective, how do you actually see it? So,
Oh, no,
and
oh
he's
my
wearing
gosh.
that reflection shirt, so
Yes,
we need to see
show it.
our
Oh my God.
reflection
Yes,
in him.
reflection.
So we need to
Reflect.
see how he reflects us. So really, I would love to see that.
I mean, if someone parodied me, I think because the
It's,
parody me
uh,
did research, and that is just respect, like.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, yeah, this is what you think of me. I like that.
I know,
I
right?
think it's great.
Well, as someone who writes for other people, there's three perspectives. One that we have of ourselves, one that we think others have of us, and then one when we actually speak to people, what they have of us.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think it would be quite fascinating to see how you view us.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, I mean, I might get something completely wrong, but I know I would have to get within your psychology and really portray you guys. And that's the beauty of it. When I'm
True.
playing a mom, aunt, sister, daughter, these Bagarzaka, Aisha-san, I really have to get into their head and play them and just go on and sometimes even improv. And when I'm done shooting, I question myself, who am I? Because I get so involved. I'm like, okay, let's pause, let's have green tea, and let's
Get back
back
into
to
it.
who I am, you know?
Exactly. Probably at the end, he ended up having a split personality disorder
Identity
himself.
crisis.
Exactly, or identity crisis. Maybe
That's what my mom says. Beta tum ho kon. You know, so
Let me have that green tea first,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Okay. So, no, that's amazing, and it's a talent, that it's really hard. You can maybe do one person or two personalities, but again, doing the multiple at the same time, as I have seen your clips, you're playing like 3-4 different roles.
Yeah.
So how do you do it? You set up 3-4 different cameras and just go?
Well,
from
no,
there?
it's actually, that's what you would think, right? That's
Yeah.
how it's done. But the art of that is I would have to create a storyboard and write down a whole script of all the different characters. So if there's 7 characters, I would have to write down the whole script. And then first day, we would shoot just the one character. Second day, the second character. It's in the editing that I would put them all together. And it would think they're all in one room. They've never even met each other. And that is so beautiful.
Well,
just-
aren't they all you ultimately? So
You know,
you have to be shot.
honestly, I've gone back and seen my videos. I kid you not, at times it feels like it was someone else.
Yeah.
Like it was a little scary, and it's like, oh yeah, that was me. That was me. I put on the mustache and the wig.
And that was me again.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's all in the editing. Ultimately.
It is all in the editing. The editing really makes the video, makes it funny. It's like the cooking and
Okay.
Yeah.
The spices.
the spices. The sound effects would be the salt and the transitions, the namak, and it makes the complete video. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you have a team that help you out with this, or are you doing everything?
I'm very independent. That's how I started out, and I think if you can be independent, be independent.
Yeah.
Because 2 things. You won't have expectations from people, and also the second thing is you will grow as an individual because you would have done those things. I do have a team. Of course, people with their busy schedules, they always can't be there, so they're there. But
They're not really
when a big video comes along, guys, let's assemble like the Avengers, But if I can do something, I do it myself. Yeah. But they are there. I want to name them. Saddam Jaffrey, who's also a YouTuber just like me. Amazing person, very talented, and I think the Pakistani industry should really watch out for him in the few years. And Shayan Ali Said, he is also a co-actor. He's in a lot of my videos, and these 2 are there. And I have other people that are there too. They help me with writing too sometimes, with criticism, constructive criticism, makeup, jewelry, whatnot, every single thing. And very
So how do you come up with those clips and
ideas,
I should say?
To be very honest with you,
Yeah.
I kind of have to talk to myself. I have to talk to myself. It
All those
sounds
split
strange.
personalities.
Exactly.
It doesn't.
Yeah, because I have to talk to myself, and then something will come up, or I get inspiration from people. So you've just given me 5 ideas.
There you go, material for you.
Yeah, and sometimes when you're hanging out, you could be with family or friends, you notice the most absurd and ridiculous things that our society and our community they do. Absolutely. And
It's all about people observation, right?
I'm a people watcher. I study people. I think I've majored in people over the past in Pakistani community over the past few years. It's beautiful, but yeah.
Well, someone else who is a total people watcher is Russell Peters, right? Also local from Canada. And you can't even be offended because he ridicules everyone, but it's so hilarious. And it totally is through people observation and really, like we started off with, being present in the moment, present to what that person is doing, that psychology, like what's going through them. And then we often, see the outcome of it. And it's like, oh my God, this is like so hilarious.
Absolutely. The fact that he works is because people can relate to him.
Exactly. That's what it's all about.
In the beginning, my videos used to be very passion projects, and people were like, what are you doing? I don't get you.
Yeah.
And this statement that came along, it kind of changed everything for me. It's funny because it's true.
Yeah.
and people can relate to it. And I'm like, oh my God, everything I've done so far is a lie. So I need to start all over again.
Yeah.
Every day you
Focus
grow.
on the truth.
Exactly. Focus on the truth because it's funny, because it's true. And if people can relate to you, you won the game.
Absolutely.
You won
I
the game.
really liked the recent video that he actually posted on Eid, and it was all about Eid, right?
Yes.
Being an adult, asking for Eid from
Yeah.
uncle. And I can totally relate to that because my son was exactly doing the same thing.
Really?
Right? He turned 18 and he was like, is it appropriate for me to ask for Eid? I'm like, I'm really not sure, you're at the borderline. He's like, yeah, I don't have any bills to pay, but I can definitely benefit from that. So I was like watching his video, I'm like, I can relate to that.
Yes.
And then it was just right timing, and yeah.
You give me ED when I don't need it.
Yeah.
Aw.
And I'm going to buy the
We
most.
always need it. Come on.
When you're little, I'm going to buy ice cream. I'm going to buy chips.
It's
Yes.
so embarrassing, because you're adult, right? You're not by 18. It's
You know what? I think
how
that-
do you actually convince, adults in your family,
You show them your
all
bill
this,
statements. You show them your bill statements.
Your phone and say, I still deserve ED from you. So, and then you start emotionally blackmailing them and do all of that stuff, So
I guess
it
I have
was-
to check it out.
hilarious. It was hilarious.
But what
right
came-
on point.
What
Yeah.
came to my mind is that these type of issues, they transcend various cultures. Like when you said that am I entitled to Eid or not, my mind went to, should I go out trick-or-treating or not, right?
wow.
It's like,
It's the same thing.
it is, it's analogous.
Absolutely.
So you will still have that little bacha inside us, right?
Of course,
That much
always.
is-
It
yeah.
never grows, right?
It never grows.
So
And it comes back when you're in the most difficult situation. Like, I got to pay my bills, so I need
we still
ED.
want to be that little kid, and we still want to do so many things, and we're like, why did we grow up so fast?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
But going back to something that you had said about being a one-man show, and I'm all about quotes, and perhaps this is more material for you. But what came to mind is a quote, and I had to look it up because I didn't want to paraphrase or get it wrong. It's an African proverb, and it says, "If you want to go fast, go alone.
Yeah.
But if you want to go far, go together."
Yeah.
So if you wanted like a lot of progress and to go fast in your YouTubing, then I guess that's what took you, right?
Absolutely.
But it really is that collaboration. Like they say, it takes a village, and
raise the child.
exactly. And it's the same thing with any passion or any project. It really does take a team to take it to the next level.
Absolutely. I agree with that quote so much. And can I tell you something? This is going to sound scary. This morning I was thinking about that quote.
Really. Actually, you know what? We know.
Deja vu.
Well, that
don't-
happens quite frequently on the Money and Fariha show, like the
Yeah.
synchronicity of events, the thought
Events, and people
alignment.
come here and say that,
Wow.
oh, you guys did perfect alignment
Another
with us.
quote I wanna mention is from a movie which I have not seen, but the quote remains with me. If you build it, they will come.
Yes.
So the team concept, if I am creating any project and I open it up to everyone that I know and that is exceptionally talented, they will come. And that is beautiful because so many people start or don't start thinking it'll never happen.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
God, it's such a shame
Yeah.
because the possibilities are just beyond their imagination. Like
Absolutely. By just saying that or thinking that it will never happen, you have lost the opportunity right then and there, right? So what worse can happen? You will not get it,
You won't
right?
get it.
So it's just, and that's the one opportunity lost right there. And we are going to show you this clip, what we're talking about, who Junaid is, and Junaid is all about you. He is for you. And we just
Taking out all those
love.
Pakistani stereotypes.
Absolutely.
And the ones that I saw, I could relate, like about aunties, uncles, cousins.
And actually, he has, you know what, I have seen all of him, probably all of, his clips. He has a lot more funnier. So this is one of his clips. So watch
And enjoy.
अभी थोड़ी देर पहले मुझे कॉल आई
tell me more.
पकड़ के 2 घंटे से 2 औरतें लगी हुई हैं।
वहाब को कोई कुछ नहीं बोलेगा।
खुदा की कसम है, बेल्ट पड़ी हुई ऊपर।
अगर तू वाकई में सनी लियोनी का आशिक है,
एक्सक्यूज मी, आप भी?
मेरे पास मीरा बकरी है, इंग्लिश नहीं आती, सारी उर्दू आती है, चलेगी? ओनली खुदा के जज है। उसकी दूसरी साइड से ना लोहा मारूंगी आपको सोच कर।
मेरे बेटे के पास मास्टर्स है, मास्टर।
तुमने बैचलर्स की है और उसने MBA की है। हम लोग डिफेंस वाले हैं ना। फोन अपना वहाँ रख दो, तुम्हारा बॉयफ्रेंड वेट कर लेगा। तुम्हारा रोजा टूट गया। पाकिस्तान टीम का कैप्टन भी बनूंगा। धोनी को तो हम धो देंगे। और भाई साहब आप कहाँ से हो? Chris? Is it Chris?
because I'm the hero Pakistan deserves.
जूनी, अगर ये लड़की तुझसे प्यार करती है तो ये पलट के देखेगी।
आप इसको ब्राइट करें इसे।
ये तो किटकैट शरबत की डिंग 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 डिंग
ये टुक टुक क्या है?
सेक्सी मत बनो, क्लासी है।
अबे What's your name? से तो अच्छा तुम हार जाओ।
Oh my god, Raju is such a prankster. He would always do like pranks on sets. I want you to know. लाइन पे मुझे फॉलोअर्स चाहिए। थोड़ी मौली ले लो, थोड़ी मैथ ले। अभी कम ऑन। इसलिए वकार भाई आपके लिए एक चैलेंज लाला।
Kidding. तुमने खानदान की नाक कटा दी।
मैं पाकिस्तान से हूँ। तो हाउ एम लुकिंग? मुझे कसम से, खुदा की कसम, मुझे ड्रामे बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं है।
Okay, Batting is a lot like eating biryani.
मैं तो बस अपनी जिंदगी जीना चाहती हूँ हमेशा ऐसी, क्योंकि अगले साल मेरी शादी हो रही है मेरे कजन के साथ।
रिश्ता भी तो आएगा कभी। I lost about 30 pounds.
उसकी बर्थडे पार्टी पे तो बड़ा नाच रही थी। I need water.
देखिए उनके पास अनुष्का शर्मा है, तो प्लेयर परफॉर्मेंस नहीं देगा।
You are playing Ludo with my heart.
मेरे साथ बोलो योलो। अरे क्या पता कल हो ना हो। We have the best बकरे in the शहर।
You will feel the poke, then you will धूम ढाका ढाका धूम धूम ढाका ढाका।
मेरे भाइयों और नवाज शरीफ की बहनों, जितनी भी बकरियां गई हैं ना यहाँ से,
अब मैं तुम्हें नाचने को कह रही हूँ, तुम्हें मुसीबत पड़ गई है।
उनमें से कोई वापस नहीं आया कंप्लेन करने। पाकिस्तान का सबसे अच्छा स्कूल पता है आपको कौन सा है? लम्स। मेरा वहाँ पे एडमिशन कैसे हुआ था? रिश्वत।
ईमेल एड्रेस है ना मेरे पास, lahoriashik@_92.
I mean, come on. तब्दीली आ चुकी है।
वो तेरी मलमल की कुर्ती गुलाबी हो गई, मंचली चाल के नवाबी हो गई।
गाना प्ले करना।
पलंग पिचकारी जो तूने मुझे मारी, तो सीधी सादी चोरी शराबी हो गई। अजीब पहन के जो तूने मारा ठुमका, तो लड्डू पड़ोसन की बाबी हो गई। पलंग पिचकारी जो तूने मुझे मारी, तो सीधी सादी चोरी शराबी हो गई। पलंग पिचकारी जो तूने मुझे मारी, तो सीधी सादी चोरी शराबी हो गई। अब बोले रे ज़माना खराबी हो गई, अब बोले रे ज़माना खराबी हो गई।
Hello again, everyone. So, you know how you see celebrities on TV and you think you know them? And I've experienced this myself personally. Like Oprah is she's like my mom or my mentor. I swear I have collaborated on projects with Angelina Jolie and Malala, as ambassadors of peace for the UN. And as for Lily Singh, oh my God, AKA Superwoman, I feel like she's my BFF. And recently I've come to realize that people think that way about Mani and myself. They think that they know us. And it truly is flattering. So thank you. The amount of love, and I did say this a little bit previously as well, the amount of love that we receive from all of you is overwhelming. And thank you for all of that, as well as your feedback. But, sometimes we get comments from people in other places around the world. And it's kind of enlightening because people feel that, they know us and they have our best interest at heart, and they feel like this kinship or this kind of possessiveness. And in their mindset, they're looking out for our best interest. So I'm actually going to talk about a comment which I received, and it was asking about my dressing, and it was where is my bent, spelt P-E-N-T, and initially I was like WTH, and but when I thought about it, then it became a little bit funny or humorous, and then the person commented once again, and I was like, there is genuine concern about this. Like, where is my missing bent? Which is going back to maybe it's at Janaid's house, but I really want to express that gratitude of people wanting to have that connection with us, because it truly is meaningful. And when I think of the big picture aspect of it, how can I take offense? It's like a person who is looking out for my best interest, who feels that, that they have the right, because they're connected to me, to voice their opinion. So I said this last week as well, but regardless of whatever your feedback is, it is all good. And we appreciate it so much, because it is our endeavor to make the show better and better each and every week for you. and always, bring topics of discussion to light. And if you guys have some feedback on what we discuss, of course, we always, always, always want to hear from you. So thank you for your feedback, and thank you for your love.
So, I hope the pant is not with you.
It's actually in the dryer in my house. So,
Well, thank you for washing
so you can
it.
reply back to him saying that I swear I'll give back to
all
you.
right.
Just gotta shoot
in the
two more
next,
videos.
photo shoot.
Yeah, absolutely.
It will be on.
So we'll get her pants
I have to
back.
say that's a really, really, and not a lot of people give that reply the way you just did. To think that way, that it's for your concern and they care about you. That's why a lot of people would just find it extremely offensive.
Yes.
I guess in a way it is, but the way you're handling it,
Thank you.
hats off to you.
Oh my God.
I'm Junaid.
Humbled. You are.
It has
Totally.
to
Really
be. I
nice.
think it's concern coming from that. Actually, we really appreciate that. Actually, people do provide us with the feedback. Just the not only related to the show, but again, as Fariha said, it's related to genuine concern and everything. So we truly appreciate all of the feedback that we receive. And feedback is not only limited to the show. We also get it in inboxes and on our Facebook,
And from our
we have received
producers.
on the Google, so on YouTube. So we are checking it everywhere. So
It is being
it's all
checked.
good.
Thank you.
Yes.
But in response to your question, Junaid, it's really a lot of my neurological or psychological cognitive science background, which I have to thank for this type of thinking, as well as the leadership skills which I've developed. And there's one thing that if someone has a complaint and they're so vocal about it, if you get really down to the nitty gritty, there's actually something that they're committed to. And if we get to address that, not only is it a privilege, but it's like, oh, wow, so this is what was going on all this time. And I think it comes most, or it's hit hardest, I would say, like from my mom, it sounds like constant complaints. Are you eating? Why aren't you eating?
Yeah.
Or, why are you doing this? Why are you staying out late? Why are you blah, 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 blah. And it can come across as nagging. And perhaps we'll be seeing a show about this, or maybe there already is. But if you get down to what it is, it's like, it's because she's concerned about my health. She's concerned about my nutrition. She's worried about my rest.
Yeah.
So that's basically what it is.
I guess they should also learn how to deliver that message in an appropriate way.
Yeah.
Because not everyone will be able to understand like the way you do,
And that's unfortunately, a lot of people don't
Yeah.
understand, how to actually do that delivery. But again, at the receiving end, if the person actually takes, rather than reacting, if you just hold it back, and that Islamically also we have been taught to do that, rather than reacting, just hold it right there, think it through, that where that person is coming from. And if we just, take a few moments and let it, think it through. And I think, you come up with a very appropriate response in terms of understanding where that person is coming from, and, rather than just reacting to the
This just made me
situation.
think of something really amazing. I think it was like 10% of life is what happens to you, 90% of it
How
what-
you react to it.
How you react to it.
Exactly.
And,
Yeah, that was actually a topic of discussion a couple of weeks
We're
ago.
on the same frequency.
We are. Oh
It's
my
so
God.
beautiful.
I
Oh,
know,
God.
right? And that is really what it's all about, because everything is energy, and our frequency is where it is. So some personal coaching from Mani. Thank you for that, right?
We're always here.
I'm no longer a comedian. I am
life
Tony
coach.
Robbins.
Oh my gosh. Have you parodied him?
No, I don't. I respect
Oh,
him
I
too
know.
much. Or I love him too much.
But as you said, it's a highest form of flattery, right?
So I think sometimes there's certain personal development gurus who are extremely pretentious, and those you want to parody, and it's that's fun.
Yeah.
But Tony, I come back to him, or any personal development, regardless of any field you're in, so you can get that reassurance and become a better individual.
Absolutely.
But no, I can't. It's hard. I cannot. I do parody Oprah.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Oh, my
You get a
God.
free car. You get a free car, or
So Oprah's favorite
yeah,
things.
Oprah is she is extremely amazing.
Yeah.
I think it would be amazing if the three of us, come up with some clip. And
Oh, I'm
next
sure we
week.
could. Yeah. As I
I
said, I
think,
already consider
stay
myself
tuned.
funny.
You never know what we have up our sleeve,
Yeah.
as we always promise to bring you something amazing. So
Something different and unique.
absolutely.
For sure. But
Absolutely.
going back to my perception of you initially, do you get that from people, or they're like, "Oh my God, you're so serious"?
Absolutely, all the time.
Really?
All the time.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's not just me.
Yeah, because I don't want to come across as a goofball who's something like that 24/7. What I've done now is I've channeled my comedic or comedy side through my videos, and I'm like, okay, you don't have to be weird or, like just all over the place when you're talking to people. Now you can be yourself because I found a way to channel my other side through the videos.
But what about the pressure that you receive from others or the expectations for you to be constantly funny?
Well, it's funny because when I talk to someone, throughout the whole conversation, they will be entertained, they will be loved, cared for, and that is my effect on them. That's how I leave them with a beautiful feeling, and that's what I give them.
So the overall experience.
It's a beautiful experience. Life lessons, cup of tea, connection, mindfulness, like you were talking about, and a lot of fun. Yeah. But if I'm just 90 or 100% comedy, they'll be like, okay, this guy's nothing but a goofball. Because there's so much more I like to talk to them about, connect with them, about them, about their life, and just everything.
I know.
And
I'm actually really impressed by you being so open. And, the conversations that we've had, even being open to essential oil experience, the aromatherapy. And I would say it wasn't expected that you're so much into your personal growth and development. So good for you.
It's good that he's keeping that all balanced, not just in one side, but
that
again,
zen.
absolutely keeping his
It's
zen.
very important. What you see is 10% of Junaid for you. The 90% of everything that is Junaid for you, or the comedy videos and other projects, is because of the personal development. Because you need those. You need to become a stronger person every day, and personal development. I don't care if you're an engineer, accountant, marketer,
We all need it.
fitness leader, or you could anything. You're a student, you need it. Personal development. You have to. You can't just live life, on like an autopilot mode. You have to be proactive in every single thing you do, even sleeping.
Very much
That's
so.
why lavender oil, just amazing.
Yeah.
So that's
How's
very
that working
important.
for you?
I didn't take it. I always just apply it
Yes.
on my skin because of course I did win it. So I'm
Yes,
proud of that.
I know. Thank you,
And
Kari.
it's great.
Shout
Thank
out
you
to
so
Kari.
much. And it's amazing. Now I just look at Airwick or any other
With a frown.
product with just a huge frown. And it's like a guilty pleasure. I love you, but I don't love you for who you are.
Exactly. You're too detrimental to our health,
Oh my
Yes.
God. Those
to
thoughts.
society. And then there you go. Your passion gets infused in that, right?
Yeah.
Well, you have some other accolades to add to your credentials, right? Mani, what were you saying?
Yes, you recently won Mr. Pakistan
Yes.
award in Canada.
Yes.
So that was a great. Of course, I didn't get a chance to attend, and great apologies, for that.
Mani, I thought you
But,
were there like
Yes, I was supposed to be, but
There was two
yes.
empty spots in the back corner when that event was happening. That was
Yeah,
for you
that was
guys,
for us.
and you were there in spirit.
There you go. Absolutely, we were.
But that was very exciting. I can tell you right now, I did not expect to win.
Yeah.
And when they called my name, I'm like, well, looks like I'm going home late tonight. That's what I said. And like, cancel all the appointments for tomorrow. So that was extremely unexpected and very, very humbling and very proud to represent Pakistan. And
Yeah.
So what was the criteria, for a bit of background, to all of our viewers?
well, you gotta be dashing, good looking.
That's what we
Well,
need for you,
hair,
right?
The criteria, I think, they need to see the real you, and just like any pageant, they want to see who you are. And there was a lot of dancing, a lot, and I mean a lot of dance practices we had to do in 2 days, and you had to answer the questions. You had to do the little catwalk, and thank you, Tara Banks, for teaching me that. Smize, and there was just how you treated the other contestants. And there were some people from London, and and all over the Florida, and all over the parts of the world.
So it was an international
Exactly. And
experience.
it was just, I met a lot of amazing people, and that is one achievement which I'm proud of, because it came out of nowhere. It really came out of nowhere. But I've realized something. Yes, it did come out of nowhere, and it was very unexpected. But the only reason why it happened was, ever since 2009, the practices, the dance sessions, the the ability to talk to people. Everything was just leading up to that.
Yeah.
Everything.
Well, there's actually something that someone sent me earlier today. It's actually my sister from the UK. And first of all, it was good morning. But good behavior doesn't have any monetary value, but it has the power to purchase 1 million hearts. So when you said that they were looking at that clock, so to speak, or that etiquette.
You're blowing my mind away, I gotta say. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, I'm so humble.
Yeah.
Of the interaction with another human being, it truly does amount to so much.
Wow. I've got to say, I came on this show as Janae's for you, and I'm leaving as a stronger person.
That's
That
what
is
we're
amazing.
here
That's how
for.
you inspired. Thank you. That's actually very true. And I think going back to Oprah, my mother.
Yeah, my mother too.
Really?
Oh my gosh, we can't even
Are we
say
related?
brother from
I never saw you in the
brother
house.
from the same mother. There we go.
Are we gonna go back to? Are we okay?
Yeah, Chicago.
Well, she's my khala, so I'll leave
Oh,
you guys.
you're our
okay, all right.
cousin. You know.
Okay, there we go. We're all
Oprah
related
said
here.
your legacy is the lives that you've touched.
Yes.
And I was like, I went back. I'm like, okay, who have I? What impact have I had on
That
people's
conversation with
lives?
Dr. Maya Angelou, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, you know your Oprah.
I do
Yes.
know my Oprah.
This should just be the Oprah segment, you know.
Yes.
But yeah, you.
Oprah, I hope you're watching.
Well, I hope you wished your or you said good morning to your sister.
Of course.
And
My gosh.
because that is, she's right about that behavior part.
Yes.
Your behavior is towards people is everything. You know,
It
that's how we
does.
remember you.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And in this day and age, oftentimes things are measured in materialistic terms, you know, the monetary value, how much that we have.
Yes.
And we forget about what we offer or what's in our hearts, because that is truly what it goes back to. That you
That's
can be, it's not like the type of house that you have, or how big a house you have, it's how big of a heart you have.
Absolutely.
I always go back to that.
Absolutely. So if you just stick to, as we always say, Fariha and myself, you know, that we always are we all about love, peace, and harmony,
And this way,
and
we've been
absolutely.
educated.
Oh,
for those of you in
absolutely.
UK. No
you
more
know
this.
exactly.
This.
You know exactly what we are talking about. So we learn UK.
Yes.
Thank you very much for educating us. We will definitely. We're all about peace, and please keep watching our show. And thank you very much. You know, for all of your feedback that you have been providing. And we have been. You had something to say about Oprah and a little bit more about
A little bit more?
inspiration. Yes.
Oh my gosh,
I know
always
that
have
we had a
stuff.
little bit discussion. You know, over the.
About the lived legacy?
Yes.
Well, I actually, oh my God. Everyone, please forgive Money. She wasn't here last week. She was in Spain.
Okay.
But we spoke about exactly what Janae brought up
Okay.
about the lived legacy.
So I
but
must have-
truly, we encourage each and every one of you to consider your lived legacy.
We
Because
always
like
talk about that.
Janae said, it is, you know, we can think that, I'm leaving behind this monument.
Yes.
But that it's not what it's about. It's about the hearts that we've
How many
touched.
lives you have touched.
Yes.
Absolutely. And again, it doesn't have to be just, you know, millions or hundreds of lives. One life is more than enough. So even if it's a family member, friend, anybody, one life is more than enough, you know,
Even
because
someone that you don't know and
Yes.
you just offer a smile to on the street, it can change their
Yes.
day.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being with us. And I really have to thank Junaid. Junaid for
Yes.
you, Junaid for us, Junaid for the world, Mr.
Junaid
Pakistan
for everybody.
himself.
I'm doing it for you.
Yes.
And thank you so much for having me. Believe me, this was more than just a conversation or interview. You have really, with your beautiful words, you've had an impact on me. I can tell you that right now. And what you do is amazing, and I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Well, I am known as a word whisperer in my other profession. Well, how many professions do I have? You know, like everything that we do.
But that's beautiful, you know, what you just
Thank
said,
you.
word whisperer.
And
So-
honestly, I know it's taken a year, but you are here, and I believe in divine timing, so everything is perfect, and
Yes.
definitely we will have you back again. And perhaps you can check us out on Junaid's show as well.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. And I'm not going to give that pant back. I can assure you that right now. You're going to have to live without the pant.
Yes.
Fortunately.
It is what it is.
Yes.
Oh,
So,
so no pent, guys. Sorry. But anyway, such a pleasure and delight to have you guys accompany us week after week for your love, support, feedback. I just can't say enough.
Absolutely. So keep watching our show. Till next week, we'll be back with another guest and, of course, a lot more. And till then,
lot more
our
wisdom.
takeaway for today is keep smiling and, of
And be
course,
present.
be present and live in present today. So enjoy
that's what it
your
is. It is a
absolutely.
present.
It is a present.
Enjoy.
So enjoy your week. Till then, Khudafis.
Goodbye and God bless.